I'm going to do a session 12 overview, and you're going to say to me, don't we usually do that the first night? The first night is, there's new people, there's people who've joined. They won't know anything about, unless they were, you know, very religious blog watchers, but they won't know what's changed. They'll just know what's new. I want to just call some things to people's attention. There's 23 meetings in session 12 because there's a week for our vacation, and then we're not going to have a meeting Thanksgiving week or Christmas week. We tried it for many years. It just didn't work. We had like 10 of us hardcore people here praising God. It just didn't work. So there's 23 meetings. You have to commit. Attendance is a mandatory part of the Pray It Off program, not an option. This isn't Weight Watchers where you can go and weigh in and then leave. I think it's a very expensive weigh-in, 16 bucks or whatever it is now to weigh in and leave. This is the meeting, the whole ball of wax. If you can't be here, you should write a note, call, or email prior to the meeting miss with a valid excuse, saying you have a commitment or whatever. And people have problems with this. One person last week, they actually quit because they said to me, they said they had a commitment. I said, do you mind if I ask what it is? And she said, I do mind. And I said, oh, okay, well, you know, part of the Pray It Off is to, she goes, well, I really don't think you have a right to judge what is a valid excuse for me to miss and what isn't. And I said, well, you know, you made a commitment to join the group and you had to have a valid excuse. Even if you said, you know, it is personal, Ellen, I can assure you that I'm committed to this meeting and I love the group and I'll be there, I'll take that. She goes, well, I don't want to give you that. And I said, okay. So here's it. If it's so personal, I'm 58 years old. You could tell me you were so constipated that you haven't gone down in a week. I'll hear anything. You could say to me, I'm having a family member trouble. I'm not asking you to tell me what the family member trouble is. I'm just saying, if you know, I mean, I've had people say things like, you know, I just didn't feel like coming. Well, sometimes I don't feel like coming. How would you like it? Bob came up here. Well, sorry, guys. Ellen just didn't feel like coming tonight. Wouldn't you be sitting there going, well, I left my house and I came here, and how unfair of her for not feeling like coming, and she's wasted my time. Wouldn't that be the first thing you thought, that I was wasting your time? Do you think I ever maybe think that sometimes, maybe? Okay. In case of an emergency, a call or email after the meeting is acceptable that night or the next day. The next week, to say, hey, it was such a beautiful day, I went golfing last week, I didn't make it, and it quite cutting it. Okay. If you miss meetings with no notification, and I didn't say how many, I didn't finite it, I might invite you to join us again in session 13. If I feel you're missing too many meetings for any reason, let's say you're traveling and you have to miss half the meetings, but when you're there, you're on fire. You really know the tenants. You're really doing well. I'm talking about people who've been here for years and they know the gig. I mean, Betty went, she was on vacation, traveled to Florida or whatever she went. She came in. Norm broke his leg, came in with his logs. They're committed. It's only when I think you really don't want to be part of the group. Nobody who wants to be part of the group will ever be invited to return for session 13 and asked to leave. Weighing in kind of counts as missing a meeting. Now, I know it's important to weigh in, but if there's 23 meetings and you weigh in at 13 of them and leave, are you really a part of the group? Now, if you have valid you know what? I am the easiest person in the world, and one person said to me, that's my problem. Because I am easy. I know people have problems. I know people have issues. I just want you to try. That's all I'm going to say again is try. Tables. The tables are going to change. No. Each table is going to have,
No.
I know,
No.
I know. And let me tell you why.
No.
It's not working. It's not working.
It's working for us. We're quite crazy. Go ahead.
Stop the camera.